All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Castlevania Nocturne, Season 1, Episode 4. Let's save Edouard. Awesome. Or get him back.
Maybe even...
somehow.
Maybe even try. I don't know.
Yeah.
All we know is that, yes, he is a night creature. He does have some semblance of sanity.
Yep.
I don't even think they're going to try to save him personally.
Yeah.
I think it's just the acknowledgement of like, well, shit, that's
another
what
thing we
to
have
him.
to deal with. Yeah.
Or no, that's what happened to him. He's not dead. It's worse. He's actually been
He's just in a perpetual state worse than death.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
He's been put into undeath, you know?
Right.
That's that. Orox is trying to grab an ally.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I am so here for it.
I'm very here for it.
Yes.
I am really excited about how many different groups there are in this conflict at the moment here. I'm really excited to see them all clash in different ways and with different motivations and such. But yeah, I think we need to see our protagonists get a move on here because this cult of the vampire messiah is growing.
It's cooking.
And it's mostly just feeding people to her.
Right.
Which is something.
But then also there's the whole
yeah.
branding thing. And wouldn't that be wild? I know this is the intro why I'm bringing up theories, but what if the branding was also like a magic sigil? And so then that gave some like spell control or something, you know, like just
Sure. Yeah.
crazy thought.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah.
That book really does look
That's
cool.
a thing. Oh
What?
my gosh. This is our Forge Master?
Wait. Do you understand what you are, devil? You were created to obey. To obey me.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now he is the Forge Master.
Was it a witch? Does her magic give her power over you? Or was there some error in how you were made? This is what you are. Do you understand? You exist only for me.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, so it's confirmed. He is the Forge Master.
If this Forge Master's in the Abbey, the Abbot must be his prisoner.
Or the Abbot invited him in.
That's impossible.
The church in alliance with evil. We were stupid not to think of it before.
You can't be sure that was him. When someone dies, it's someone you love. For a long time, you think you see them everywhere.
They were
yeah.
his eyes.
More importantly, a night creature attacked another night creature.
So what do you want to do? Rescue him? Even if it is Edouard, maybe he doesn't want to be rescued, Annette. Maybe the only way to save him
Would be to kill him.
would be to kill him.
Yeah.
He's already dead.
Even if he is the night creature, yeah. It's like,
If the Abbot is the Forge Master's prisoner, can you abandon him?
We can't just charge into the Abbey hoping to defeat a fucking powerful sorcerer and liberate all our friends.
Yeah.
Want a repeat of what happened at the chateau.
yeah.
Huh?
I'm not afraid. I'm saying
Being pragmatic, yeah.
Magic. Or three of us do. If I can't save Edouard,
Rude.
yes, I will.
Hey!
It would be a mercy.
Oh, just
I
walk in
technically
and
have
kill.
magic.
That sounds foolproof.
I can bury them in their own church. Bring it crashing down around their heads.
How will that help the Abbot?
We don't want to help him.
Yeah, but we don't know yet one way or the other. And since I'm not much good at plans, it would be really fucking useful.
If you guys could help me.
Not walk in, make a few snap decisions about who deserves to live or die, and then turn everything to rubble.
That's...
Yeah.
We're all afraid, Richter.
I've only been afraid once in all my life. And I was 10.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
She was killed by a vampire, wasn't she?
She was a Belmont.
Oh.
The moment I say we need a plan, everyone starts calling me a coward.
You're just children with no experience of the world.
There's a secret underground passageway into the Abbey. This time I'm coming with you.
Cool. Now we have 4 again. One of you can die.
Yep. Oh.
Yes!
All right.
Not fan fiction at all!
The Messiah knows, I presume, that your abbot is a Forge Master.
She wouldn't be very interested in him if he was just an abbot.
So she knows he means to betray her. He thinks the devils he manufactures will be enough to destroy her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This alliance can't last. Are you sure this path is right?
There's evil everywhere we look, so we use our heads.
Or lose them.
Yeah.
So he bribed some demon to give him this power. What was the cost?
Oh.
You already know the cost.
And who pays it? Will you? Which demon will claim his price when all of this is done? There are petty demon princelings you can haggle with and cheat. There are demons who once were gods, and those who still are.
Whoa.
There's only one God. It's the only thing I'm sure of. And I've spent my whole life
So he is
serving
devout.
him,
Okay.
fighting for him. That hasn't changed.
Ooh. He's like, I like when you talk to me this way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come back and smite me some other time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he came just in time.
One God. And you think he can protect you?
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Nice and video gamey.
This was made long before the Abbot and his monks came from Malta.
You just happened to stumble upon it one day while you were out picking flowers?
It leads into the cellars.
Right, so we have a way to get in safely, and then we make snap decisions about who lives or who dies.
Okay.
Oh god, and while they're here...
Yeah, but they're coming in through the bottom, so they could probably listen in on this whole conversation.
Oh, sure.
May I introduce Emissary Drolta Twensis?
But given that this is in the daytime, they also have a fun tactic.
Yeah.
You know.
I imagine you don't see a lot of churches.
Oh, it takes more than the house of God to cause me to combust.
Sunlight, though, I see.
For now. He must have searched so deep in his soul before he was sure of this. It must be stuck in your craw like a chicken bone, threatening to choke you.
I haven't choked yet.
Oh.
And nor has your mistress. It wouldn't be so much a chicken bone as a what? The ribs of some infants?
My mistress, the Messiah.
My soul is at peace.
Which yours will never be.
I like him. He's feisty. Or he can't control his temper. Or his pride. Or he's a fucking moron.
So do you like him or don't you?
Yeah.
We don't have to pretend to like each other. This is an arrangement, convenient to us both because we share a common enemy.
The people.
The godless mob.
Who tear our church up from its foundations brick by brick and burn what's left.
Throw you and your mistress on the flames.
Along with us.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
You can smell the evil down here.
No,
Do you really
that's
think
the
you
rat
can
shit.
tell?
You know?
yeah, that's the dank moisture.
The Marquis has helpfully provided you with sundry corpses.
18 in total.
My mistress expects a lot more. How long will it take to make them?
Our people are expecting Joan of Arc. Someone they can believe in.
That's a delicious touch. The Holy Warrior Queen. I assure you my mistress won't disappoint. Have a little tour of the workshop.
Sure.
Where is it? You, handsome, feisty, glowering one. Show me the demon machine. Please tell me it's downstairs, because all this sunlight is...
Yeah. I love it.
All right.
I like how amicable this is, despite them, like, bickering and
Yeah.
doing all this stuff, because it's like, no, yeah, the 18 night creatures, that's awesome. Obviously, we want more, but... Whoa.
It's just down here. Wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Whoa.
What extraordinary thing happened here?
Yeah.
I smell pain, regret, despair,
Ah.
a human soul.
A human soul. Yeah.
Don't know
You can
what happened,
Okay.
who I am, what I am.
Okay. So the
But
identity's
I
gone,
want my
but
freedom.
Don't we all?
Damn, that's some good memory.
But we all know there'll be night creatures, and we don't know how many.
Ooh.
okay.
No way.
Do they all do that?
Ouvrez barrière.
And done. That's gonna cover up the sound potentially as well, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rox is like, I am stealing info here.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great if he just took the book? The Abbot gets down here and he's like, ah, yes, this is our foraging station. Realizes he can't make any more.
Can't make any more, yeah.
But he's like not letting the vampires know that. Beautiful.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I was hoping we'd get singing for fight sequences.
Yes. Pressurized water? Yeah, freeze that.
Ooh, bad way to go.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's about as straightforward as you can imagine.
Hi. You've got 4, we've got 4. Okay, maybe you have a few more than 4. Crap, someone's dying.
Oh, shit. I think it's Mom.
Yeah.
Although I'd be impressed if it was daughter.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, the team fight. Let's go.
Oh!
Ah, crap. Oh. Not my daughter, you bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
yeah,
there,
yeah. Immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Stay focused.
Oh, shit.
She is a child.
What?
The slaughter of children isn't part of our bargain.
What?
I hope you don't have a weak stomach, Father Abbot.
What?
Oh.
She's his kid.
daughter.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh. Okay. Proper sword fight. All right. Yeah, the way
If he
she
helps.
was insistent on the Abbot being a good man and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We crossed an ocean, didn't we?
Oh.
All right, some memory. Yeah.
We thought we could change the world.
We crossed an ocean. That's a.
I can make it quick, Edward. No pain. Send you to my mother in the spirit world. Come back. I'm sorry. I thought it's what you wanted. Edward.
He doesn't know.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting scrappy. This is getting real scrappy and messy here. Yeah. Oh, get fucking dirty with it.
Yeah.
What about that one? Is he grown up enough for me to kill?
Oh, shit. And that gets Edouard into the fight, maybe?
That would be cool. Like, Edouard has to die to save her.
Oh, what? What the fuck?
Oh, that was sick.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
shit.
Oh. Whoa. Oh.
I
Yeah.
am Richter Belmont,
Yeah.
last descendant of the
Yeah.
Belmont clan, and I kill
Vampires, yeah.
Who's fucking next?
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
What have you done?
Yeah.
The world is in danger, Tara. The kingdom of God itself is under threat. I have to protect it.
Or maybe we protect the world by killing you.
Little boy Belmont.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He's like, no, not now.
Yeah.
Not like this.
The worst timing.
Yeah. All right, this is the second time he's been afraid.
We have to go. We have to get out of here. We have to fucking go!
Oh, he wasn't even there. He was just messing with his mind. He was using like illusion.
No,
he is there.
yeah,
he is there.
yeah,
He is there. Okay.
I'll be back for you, I promise.
Yeah, they have the light, so they can't be chased.
This one? He was just an opportunist. I'm all rocks. She's
Nice.
expecting me.
Nice to meet you.
What's the word? Aztec.
Just sailed in, loving France.
Loving friends.
Wow.
You've lost some night creatures. See that they're replaced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Richter! Richter!
Oh, he just ran. He's out. He
like
booked it.
Yep.
What happened?
He dipped.
He ran away. He ran the fuck away.
Yeah, we gotta run too.
Oh shit.
Peace-sized nightmare, mid-flesh, rising from the earth.
Man. Why couldn't you have like attacked at like noon? You know? Like
you just can't be satisfied. Why did you attack at night? You should attack during the day. Why did you attack at noon?
attack right before sunset.
Oh
yes,
my god.
Like, yeah.
They didn't attack right before sunset. They had to go all the way down here, then crawl under into it. It took a few hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most common is to get involved in a land war in Asia.
Oh my god. All right, we got an epic jailbreak attempt
That was
with
so
fight
cool.
scenes against multiple like different types of fights going on.
Yeah,
I love the way that everyone's different fighting styles lends to like unique animation and
very
stuff.
dynamic.
It felt very exciting and fun.
Yeah.
The confirmation of a couple things here. One, hell yeah, Olrox and Minzak, you two can get it. I'm
Yep.
so happy it's not fan fiction.
Nah.
Yes, let's go.
And didn't beat around the bush either. It's let's start from the beginning.
Let's start straight from there. Yeah. Then having the Abbot be the Forge Master, but specifically making his deal with some kind of devil in order to make this happen, reminding us how Forge Master powers and all that stuff works and all that.
Yep.
But specifically then bringing up the fact that the Abbot is actually a pretty contradictory character in that because most likely he had some kind of relationship with Terra, he has done right by her in some way, and he's potentially also Maria's father.
Yeah, I'd say that's it's not full confirmed, but it's full implied.
It's full implied,
you know,
and
that's a fun complication to throw into things,
right?
I like it
because he's basically the I will do what I believe is necessary for the greater good.
Yeah,
and I love that he's so hypocritical with it.
Oh yeah,
to the point that it like baffled my mind that he could even believe that what is her name, Drolta, would like
not kill children.
Would it not kill Maria right there?
Right,
because it's the like. Yeah, technically we do need night creatures, and we can't do that. But also, isn't her whole thing, her master Erzsébet's whole thing, like
torturing people?
taking people and turning them into vampires, like turning them into like Spawn, basically.
Well, I'm guessing. So if
is
I
that
were
just too slow of a process, maybe?
Yeah, if I were to give an explanation, I would say that they're effectively outsourcing their work.
Right. You know, it makes things faster. Night creatures are not necessarily like they might be stronger than vampire spawn in a lot of ways too.
Or maybe it's the
or they're easier to control. Maybe is the more accurate.
Yeah. What I'm guessing,
thing,
is that the whole torture thing is to break them down so that way they'll function like vampires and don't have to go through that whole but my humanity trying to hold on to that kind of a thing, right? Because you've completely broken them as a person.
Yeah.
With the night creatures, you don't have to deal with that. But then, hey, we have this complication.
Also, it's fast. You just kill them, send them, and it's a factory.
Right, meat processing
We're operating on passive.
Time is money. You know,
exactly.
And so that's what we're dealing with. And as I almost feel like the whole don't kill children thing was almost just the Abbot just being like,
shit,
say some random bullshit.
Hopefully
to get her to not kill my daughter, you know. Which I'm all for that, right? Like there were
he was out of he was not in power, in control of himself in this situation.
Oh right,
here.
God, their whole negotiations up top was fantastic, and all the different posturing and things like that.
Right.
But then they how many night creatures do you have? 18. It's like, oh, fantastic. We'll be needing more. And then boom, 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 kill night creatures.
Probably about 9 night creatures dead. By the end of the episode. It's like,
right.
So about those 18.
That was just a fantastic, I don't know. There's something about let's, teenage rebellion this up, fight against the power and the vampires and all that stuff in the church. but like having it be the thing where he's like pontificating and posturing, and then it's just, oh no, we know that that's kind of ruined for him, you know, like
right, we actually did. Our plucky kids did ruin his plans.
They did a good old hit and run thing, you know. It turns out that that secret tunnel that you might have used at one point to get someone inside. Well, they remembered that, and
yeah. I also love that now both sides have seen their respective enemies in that regard.
Yes.
We now know that the Abbot's fully working with them. The church is entirely in bed with this.
Yep.
We also see Olrox seeing, Richter.
Yep.
Richter seeing Olrox and all that. But then also Maria and Terra have been seen then by them as well. They are members of the community. They have a home here. They're in danger tonight.
Yes.
Tonight, there's a very real possibility that the Abbot is confronted like, wait, who are they?
Yeah.
Why are they here? That was
right. And even if he just says,
those were magicians.
Right. Like
here.
And even if he passes
and a vampire hunter.
Even if he passes it off as those are people from my congregation, right? Like not him having
or
like a personal
I have no
connection.
idea who they are. They recently came here. Like,
well, okay. If he passes it off as just they're people in my congregation, right? And so it's the yes, I knew them sort of, and I didn't want you to kill them, but like what? Then they'd just.
Sorry, keep going.
Okay, then that would be something where they'd still have to question, but yeah, no, that's not going to work, right? Like if these are people that are coming after us, right? Like we need to deal with this. Where do your loyalties truly lie, right? Like because if his whole thing is protecting his congregation, right? And yes, just have them like stay in the church or whatever. That's not going to be so clear cut. Methinks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that it doesn't make sense to try and be like, that they're in my congregation. These are people with full-on magic. They're like a speaker. They're using like high-level anti-vampire stuff.
Oh yeah.
Saying, they're just from my congregation just sounds like stupid to me. It's
sure.
No, you lie and say, I have no idea who they are, but like clearly they're a problem, and he does anything and everything to be like, I don't have anything that can help you, because if you say that they're in my congregation, then he's like,
well, now
so
your
are you trying to
congregation's in conflict.
Yeah, your congregation is actively trying to kill us.
That's an issue.
We have an issue with you then.
Yeah,
we can't do this whole deal thing. If anything, it'd be like, yes, they are the rabble. The mob has power. That's why we need your help even more.
Right. Yeah.
Like I if anything, am more like, oh no, his whole deal is screwed. He's gonna have to potentially either give them up.
And I get the feeling, outside of the heat of the battle, the whole thing of she's a child. That's not. Yeah, no, they're gonna know that something's up, right?
Maybe they're also the vampires who are going to be so condescending and
maybe so
this.
Disinterested or whatever that it's
right. And to be fair, to kind of go out on a limb here, so far nobody fucking cares about Richter. Like the idea that a Belmont is here saying, I'm a Belmont and I kill vampires, and they're like,
that's
cool. Who let the kid with the whip in here?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody cares.
That's him being like, I have wanted to say this for so long, right? Ever since the one time I was ever afraid in my entire life.
When I was 10 years old.
When I was 10 years old.
God, that line. That line was painful.
So the thing is that it doesn't have to be painful from the writing standpoint entirely, but that is very much where my mind goes. But if it's not the painful from the writing standpoint, oh my God, is that painful from the Richter standpoint? Like he's so up his own ass, like teenage badass, that he's like, I have only been afraid once before in my entire, like I have never done anything bad.
We knew he was full of
life.
it, because then immediately once Olrox came in, he's not saying he's immune to fear.
Right.
He's saying basically that I only fear one man.
Right.
And that man isn't here, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
And
then hey, he's there.
Yeah.
Of course he runs. Yeah.
Right, totally. And I think it's just that in the context of what they were talking about,
Uh-huh.
is that he got his epine a little bit, flicked by a very powerful woman being like, we gotta fuck shit up. We gotta go fast. Like, we gotta go now. And because they bickered a little bit, yeah, now the light is a little bit of an issue.
Uh-huh.
Now, to be fair, there was nothing that said they had to do this now other than Edouard being shown to be there.
Yes, and so
it makes sense
initial
that they
parts of the
moved-
morning are dealing with the shock of, oh my god, what the fuck was that? And yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That being said, this is just another example of where the fast pace of the show in some ways moves a lot of those questions of pragmatism kind of to the side, or moves them into the writers thinking about that and being like, Richter should make a comment about this because this is the kind of person that would bring this stuff up, so that we're acknowledging that this is not a very pragmatic group, just in general.
Hey, we need a plan. We can't just go in there and, snap judgment, decide who lives and who dies.
But we got to move the story along.
But we got to move the story along.
We can't really afford that.
The thing with the light it becoming dark and all that stuff, it's more just that when it was shown that, all right, cool, there's vampire emissaries, one of whom is like potentially the second strongest vampire alive right now, right? Going to this place to meet with their allies and stuff.
Is really offended right now.
Well, okay, fair enough. Ulrox also exists. All right, apologies, Ulrox. I was really excited for the we've had it established I could bring the church down on their heads, and it's like bright sunlight, and we established that sunlight does affect them still. I was really excited for some dynamic fights of, no, this vampire lady, we actually can't fight her one-on-one, but what we can do is use the fact that it's the daytime to kind of fend her off or something.
Get buried in there with them and stuff.
Well, right, then it was deep underground, and so then I was like, oh, okay, all right, we're probably not going to deal with that, rather than in the church up above. But
it would have been funny though to have the okay, you're out of the church.
Yeah, we're going out through the tunnel. Fantastic. Okay, everything over there. Yeah. Just that fuck you as we leave. Oh, cool, you're actually creating night creatures and all that stuff. All right.
Yeah, and it's probably just that her powers, in order to do that much destruction, she would probably have ended up leveling a quarter of the town and potentially killed some innocents and stuff.
Or had to be properly there. Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Because they came in through a tunnel from far away,
right?
So they get close enough. So if they ended up going back to the church,
but this is where if they survive to the next day and then they need to revisit this plan and it's not a Sunday, then they just go out in the sunlight. Okay, cool. Make a nice big sinkhole, trash all the night creature factory production stuff.
And that's a good point. Actually, I'm curious if our Abbot gets so scared about the way things went so badly here for him that he ends up being like, we're gonna have a week-long prayer service. We need to sanctify the fuck out of this church now. We need to bring God back into the building.
I feel
God's bigger than your building. Shut the fuck up, Brad.
Isn't here all the time? Yes, but we need him to be especially here.
Yeah. We need him to be super here.
Yeah.
Don't think about the theological implications of this bullshit that I spew. But please, oh God, save us.
Right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, down below, we gotta pump these things out now, yesterday.
As many as we possibly can.
And then Edouard's just randomly just singing and crying in the corner, and everyone else is like, I hear the angels. The angels are here with us.
The angels sing.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
Ulrox going on his little investigative.
I love it. Bro
God, that was so good.
Bro can just turn invisible.
Yeah.
And it's just And I love the three-headed, maybe demon lieutenant of sorts. Or
that's
lieutenant.
overseer of this area.
Right, and he seemed to, for a second, I was like, oh, is this the Forge? No, the Forge Master should be human. Oh, it is the Abbot. But then he's sees Ulrox and goes, oh, wait a minute. Maybe maybe Edouard isn't the only one that this thing is like.
Right. I think it might be the.
I think it's the implication that all these night creatures have
some
more
potential
human
intelligence. It's like, oh, that's fine, so long as you're obedient, but you disobeyed orders.
Well, the part that I'm interested with that is that Edouard's whole thing might be that he values his freedom so much. He actually was a human who was fully like free. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, the point that who said it? This was in the previous episode, I think, but the vampire that was the slave owner was like, oh, the master and servant thing, that's just the natural slavery, is the natural order of things. Mm-hmm. The idea that some people might have in their hearts, actually, they are putting themselves into a form of slavery to something like religion or something like a lord of the land or something like that.
I will willingly kind of sell my soul, kind of a thing.
Exactly. Yeah, and in some ways that is something that maybe these other people that were turned into night creatures. Obviously, this is way extrapolated.
No, yeah,
here.
this goes a bit into that, like, the most powerful magic is love. It's like, no, that's bullshit. You know, if somehow Harry gets saved because of the power of love, then you're saying that literally every other person that died because they didn't love enough.
Yeah,
like,
that's stupid.
You know, yeah.
Anyway, that's not what I'm getting at. The point is that if the night creature was able to be like, oh, and then ran away from Aurochs.
Yeah, that feels...
I don't think that's because Aurochs is just dripping in aura, even though he is.
Yeah.
I think that was independent thought. That was self-preservation.
Yes, I'm gonna put that in the category of Mass Effect 1. Brainwashing reduces the capability of the individual, and so sometimes you need to have them retain some level of cognizance so that way they can be more effective.
That's not a Forge Master thing. That's just not a Forge Master thing.
No, I know.
You are now mine. You are in service to me.
You literally do whatever the fuck I say. Yeah.
Right. And I don't think that falls under the purview of that. That sounds like the equivalent of the guard dog watching a burglar come in and being like, walking away and being like, I don't want this smoke, you know?
Sure,
it's like you're literally a Rottweiler. You are meant to bark and bite the hand. Go do it. I don't want to. Their hand looks really nasty.
Right, the Nazgul showing up to Bree, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But him going around and then finding the Necronomicon and being
and just floating, never bothering to step anywhere.
Flipping
just
through
flipping through the pages, but also the way it's so relaxed. Like he's not doing this as some okay, I need to sneak in here. I'm going to steal this book. I'm going to go real quick. No, he
was invisible before he showed up in the dungeon. So he was being sneaky.
Oh, totally. But it's like the controlled kind of sneaky. It's the Darth Vader doesn't run anywhere kind of, way of being sneaky. Like he does not prowl.
He's got his own theme music playing in his head.
Exactly.
And it's not
exactly. When he sneaks around at the church, hiding behind verdant green shrubbery, he wears his ostentatious purple coat because he loves that goddamn coat. He never takes off that coat, right? Even if that makes him...
Well, he did take it off to fuck.
He did. But, even if that makes him abundantly easy to spot, style is everything,
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Also, the stuff in that book just looked cool as hell. Like, I want to steal this book as like a villain item because that was just...
But then also the stuff that he mentioned to Mizrak of which demon was it? Because that's fun. There are some that you can just... laugh in the face at. You can spit on in front of you. They're weak. They're nothing.
Yeah.
Then there are those who were gods, and some that still are. And I loved the connotation because we've been focusing on deities of different cultures and stuff. Mm-hmm. The idea that you could have deities who are just demons masquerading as such.
Sure.
But then you could also have legit gods that are demons. Like their creature subtype is demon, but they are also a god. Like
so this opens a fun little can of worms.
It does.
One, it was also really cool characterization for Mizrak because then we get to see, oh no, he actually took that personally. He is a devout man of God and Deus Vult and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Cool. But the idea that then we have the idea of churches actually having power to keep out vampires and all that stuff sometimes, usually.
Well, that was addressed in the very first episode
of the show. Yeah.
Back in,
right.
Dracula.
Right, but that's fun. Like, we're bringing in a lot of gods and mechanics and things like that. And so then if you also have the idea of devils, like, does that devils in the, like, traditional sort of Christian sense of, like, big G God cast them out or whatever. Or demons, yeah.
We're not going D&D here.
Yeah, no, right. No, I got you.
Yeah.
But like, that's, as far as potential ways for the world to get opened up, kind of like it was in the original series towards the end of it, that's a really fun...
Yeah, it's an open book, if you will.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got you.
Something that we can use later.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious now, does this turn into a go get them and their family, that's where they are, or the Abbot still tries to protect them and have everything go a certain way? I feel like this is all just going to come crumbling down on top of him.
Yeah,
potentially,
literally.
He's made too many mistakes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this is all with just Drolta being involved.
Right.
If we get actual, if we get her involved...
Yep.
I don't think things are going to be going well for him much longer.
Yeah.
After that.
Nah.
But okay, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.